So we have arrived at the third installment of Avatar. Yes, Fire and Ash has finally arrived. Now, with nearly $500 million put into this movie, can it live up to the expectations? So with James Cameron back at the helm, and we are going back into the world of Pandora with the Sully family. Humans are still trying to take over, but the danger levels have been raised because now they don't need any equipment to breathe on the planet, raising the stakes quite highly. And on that note, we move to Spider. Now, he's always had things in the way in terms of, obviously, he can't literally live on Pandora with no technology, equipment or anything. Well, now that's kind of been gifted to him, that he, gifted I use loosely, that he can manage on Pandora. And a lot of his interactions were kind of based on, well, he was restricted. He couldn't do certain things. He couldn't connect in certain ways. He couldn't feel certain things or do certain things that the Na'vi could. And I don't know, like, on the one hand, I get that with this, they're trying to have an interesting story for him. Like, oh my God, like, I can see this. I can feel, I can touch, I can be, I can walk, I can talk, Dr. Zeus, Dr. Zeus. You know, it's just, I get it, right? But I think it might be a bit short-sighted because he was intriguing before. The way that he interacted, it was kind of intriguing. But now he's lost that. So it's like, we've got this arc for this movie, which I get, that's interesting. We've got things we can explore. But for the next two, is he just going to be a bit more generic, a bit more in the background, less like, oh, I'm the human who's going through this and I'm trying to, or wanting to experience it, but I can't, so I have to like adapt, etc., accept certain things, limitations. That's all gone. So I'm not sure it's a good idea in the long term, but in the short term, I get why they did it. Now, you'd also expect Avatar to look good, right? You go into this thinking it's going to look amazing. You can't do it justice in the cinema, especially. But even at home, I haven't seen this one at home, obviously, but how good this looks, which really begs the question, considering that CGI is just 10 a penny now. It's just used all the time. That's how good this is, that this still stands out as like, oh my God. Now, admittedly, $400 million or whatever it says, 400 million plus, let's assume just shy of $500 million is being used on this movie. You'd expect good. But it's still difficult, even with the budget, to be top of the tree and to stay there when everyone's using it. Some people phone it in, being, oh, I guess that'll do with CGI. Some people are trying to make the most of things. Like, there's a lot of good stuff out there now, as well as crud. But they still stand head and shoulders above, which means he's doing the budget justice, he's doing the movie justice, old James Cameron, and it's amazing it still stands out. I mean, the action sequences especially, which is pretty much where you want them. And it's just mind-blowing to think, what I'm watching isn't real. And that brings me nicely onto the score as well, because at the end of the day, the second film, look, the music wasn't bad, but it just blended into the background, right? The first movie had a good score, and it's one that you remember. The second one, it just kind of happened. Suited the movie, but the third one, much, much, much better. I'm not going to say it's better than the original, but it does stand out on its own to a large degree as well, which is what you want. And from a storytelling perspective, and look, Avatar's always been quite basic, but we get the heathen Na'vi in this one, which is like, that makes a lot of sense. That's a logical place to go. They're not going to believe the same things. They've got, you know, problems with the others. They added depth to things. They added an interesting dynamic. I mean, the humans, the evil humans who need, you know, something extra, they gave them something. They added, you know, depth to the world, made it more three-dimensional in terms of, okay, it's going to be people with different views. They're going to have conflicts with each other, internal conflicts, internal arguments. So yeah, that worked fine. And Loke, you know, Sully's youngest son, he got a nice coming-of-age story. That was pretty good, except it was a bit jarring that he went off for a while to kind of become his own man, but like off, which is weird considering that I'm talking about, oh, becoming his own man. That's a really good thing. It was, but when you watch it, or if you've watched it, I think you'll know what I mean by it was a bit jarring. But overall, that was a character that got something extra, that got, you know, more three-dimensional, you know, as they went on. So that was a plus for the movie. But overall, I've been quite kind so far, because this is more of an overarching. There was nothing in this movie that was wrong, per se, as in, right, that's lazy, right, that's terrible. Okay, they clearly haven't thought about it. Because the movie's well thought out, it's well produced, everything like that, you can see that. But it wasn't bold enough. And I say this because with the second one, that's a nice, easy landing. The original Avatar came out a long time ago. I think it was about 2009. That was a big gap. So we get introduced slowly into the world of Avatar again. We just needed a nice, easy introduction. Oh, we're back. Oh, look how good the CGI is. Oh, you know, here's the story, just so in case you're not sure, you know, etc., etc. In case you maybe watched the first one, because it's quite kind, even if you haven't watched the first one, the second film. Made it kind of forgettable in a way, but it was like a nice way to introduce us back into the world. But this movie needed to be a bit more, because we've had that now. We're back in the world of Pandora. There's not that big a gap between these two movies that it's fresh, new, nostalgia, whatever it is. That doesn't exist. So you need a movie where it's going to add some depth, because also being sort of kind of in the middle, because there's two more announced. The next movie after this, the fourth one, can add to the bold new stories, the slightly different direction. I'm not suggesting making a totally different thing to Avatar, but call it Avatar, but you add new character arcs, you add new bolder ways of thinking, add to the world, the lore, and then you can flesh that out in the fourth one. So you don't have to be that bold in the fourth one, you just have to sort of keep painting the picture. Then the fifth one, which is probably the finale, not the finale for the moment, money talks, in the fifth one, you're finishing everything up. Now, if they do what I've just suggested in the fourth one, fine, that'll be good. But the fifth one ain't going to flesh things out. The fifth one has kind of got to, you know, end things, unless, of course, they're just going to be, oh, there's some more movies, we don't have to tie everything up right now. But I think the fifth one will be somewhat of a finale, even if it's like open-ended, we're going to make more, etc. So I just think it could have been more bold. I think it could have been, it just makes the movie kind of forgettable in a way, and it's like, so when I go and watch number 4, I'm going to be watching a nice, cozy movie, which, that's fine. I enjoyed these films. I have enjoyed these films. You kind of have, I'm at the stage now where it's like, you just have to enjoy them for what they are. When the first one came out, it was like big, bold, looks amazing, cinema experience. Second one, we're back, baby, it's here, Avatar all over the place. And this one, it's like, here's another Avatar, more Avatar. Okay, is that going to be the fourth one until we get to the fifth one where we're like, Avatar ending, you have to come? Because that's where I feel this is going. And I will watch it and I will enjoy it. Could have been so much more. But what did you think? Did you enjoy this movie? Did you think it was the bold piece of art that I didn't think it was? Or perhaps you thought, could have been a lot more. Whatever you think, please comment below. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff for more content you can get from this channel. Your support is always appreciated. And until next time, I will see you later.